The presentation about Vietnamese macroeconomic landscape, insights, and future prospects. Good day, everyone. Today, I am thrilled to take you on a journey through the dynamic and ever-evolving economic landscape of Vietnam. We'll explore the key aspects of Vietnam's macroeconomic environment, its growth story, and what the future holds for this vibrant nation. Let's dive in. Overview of Vietnam's economic landscape. Vietnam is one of Southeast Asia's fastest-growing economies, and for good reason. Strategically located with a dynamic market, Vietnam has undergone a remarkable transformation from a centrally planned economy to a market-oriented powerhouse. This transition has positioned Vietnam as a crucial player not just in the region but on the global stage. In the global economy, Vietnam is a significant player. Its integration into global trade networks has been seamless, making it a key player in ASEAN and APEC. Moreover, Vietnam's role in global supply chains, particularly in electronics and textiles, has been increasing rapidly. Economic growth and development, historical growth trends. Let's take a look at Vietnam's impressive growth story. Pre-pandemic, Vietnam's GDP growth was averaging a robust 6 to 7% annually. This growth can be traced back to the Doi Moi reforms initiated in 1986, which shifted the economy from being predominantly agricultural to one driven by manufacturing and services. Despite the global economic setback caused by the pandemic, Vietnam's economy rebounded strongly with a GDP growth of 6.5% in 2022. This recovery was facilitated by effective government stimulus measures and a successful vaccination campaign. Key drivers of this resurgence include resilient exports and strong domestic consumption. Vietnam's growth is spearheaded by several key sectors. First, manufacturing, with electronics, textiles, and footwear leading the way. Second, agriculture, continuing its strength in rice, coffee, and seafood production. Third, services, expanding rapidly in tourism, retail, and finance. Trade and investment, export composition, and key markets. Vietnam's export landscape is diverse, with major exports including electronics like smartphones and components, garments, and agricultural products. Key trading partners include the USA, China, the EU, Japan, and South Korea. Foreign direct investment, FDI, plays a crucial role in Vietnam's economic landscape. In 2022, Vietnam attracted a robust $29 billion in FDI. Major investors hail from South Korea, Japan, and Singapore, with significant investments in manufacturing, real estate, and renewable energy sectors. Vietnam's participation in trade agreements such as the CPTPP, EVFTA, and RCEP has significantly boosted its global trade footprint. These agreements enhance Vietnam's economic growth and integration into global markets. Monetary policy and inflation. Monetary policy overview. The State Bank of Vietnam, SBV, is at the helm of stabilizing the currency and controlling inflation. Key interest rate policies, such as the refinancing rate and discount rate, are crucial tools in maintaining economic stability. Historically, Vietnam's inflation has been around 3 to 4%, but it spiked to 4.5% in 2022. To control this, the SBV implemented measures such as tightening monetary policy and stabilizing food prices. Global economic conditions, including supply chain disruptions and commodity price fluctuations, also impact Vietnam's inflation and currency stability. Fiscal policy and public debt. Government spending and fiscal policy. Vietnam's fiscal policy focuses on infrastructure development and social spending, targeting key sectors like transportation, healthcare, and education. Public debt levels are maintained at sustainable levels, with a debt-to-GDP ratio around 45% in 2022, thanks to prudent fiscal discipline. Fiscal reforms are ongoing, aiming to broaden the tax base and improve compliance. Enhancing public investment efficiency through PPP models and transparent project management is a key focus for future development. Labor market and demographics. Workforce composition and skills. Vietnam's labor force is one of its greatest assets, characterized by its youth and dynamism. With 60% of the population under 35 years old, the country boasts a vibrant and energetic workforce ready to drive future growth. However, addressing the skills gap through education and vocational training reforms is critical. Ensuring that this young workforce is equipped with the necessary technical and managerial skills will be essential for sustaining economic development and moving up the value chain. Demographic trends and their economic impact. Vietnam's demographic landscape is shifting. An aging population and a rising elderly dependency ratio present both challenges and opportunities. On one hand, there will be increased demand for healthcare and pension systems. On the other, it opens up opportunities for industries focused on elder care and related services. Additionally, rapid urbanization is driving economic growth. As urban centers expand, effective urban planning and infrastructure development become crucial to support this transition and maintain sustainable growth. Employment and wage trends. Vietnam enjoys a remarkably low unemployment rate of 2.3% as of 2022, reflecting a healthy job market. Wage growth is driven by productivity gains and overall economic expansion. However, the informal sector remains significant, often characterized by less job security and lower wages. Continued efforts to formalize the economy will be important to ensure inclusive growth and equitable wage distribution. Sectoral analysis. Manufacturing sector. Vietnam's manufacturing sector is a powerhouse, with key industries including electronics, major players like Samsung and Intel, textiles, and machinery. These sectors benefit from Vietnam's cost-competitive labor and favorable trade policies. However, challenges such as supply chain vulnerabilities and the need for higher value-added production remain. Addressing these challenges through innovation and value addition will be critical for sustained growth. Agriculture and agro-processing. Agriculture remains the cornerstone of Vietnam's economy, with major crops like rice, coffee, and seafood playing central roles. Modernization efforts focus on mechanization and value chain improvements, enhancing productivity and efficiency. Additionally, sustainability initiatives are addressing climate change adaptation, promoting practices like organic farming to ensure long-term agricultural viability. Services sector, tourism, retail, and finance. The services sector is experiencing robust growth, particularly in tourism, retail, and finance. Post-pandemic, tourism is rebounding, with increasing numbers of domestic and international visitors. The retail market is expanding, driven by modern trade practices and an e-commerce boom. Financial services are also on the rise, with banking sector reforms and the expansion of digital banking leading the way, providing more accessible and efficient financial services to the population. Business environment. Ease of doing business. Vietnam has made significant strides in improving its business environment, ranking 70th in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business Index. Notable improvements include easier processes for starting a business and getting credit. Recent reforms have simplified business registration and improved insolvency procedures, making Vietnam an attractive destination for entrepreneurs and investors. Regulatory framework and reforms. New enterprise and investment laws aim to enhance transparency and reduce bureaucracy, further improving the business climate. These reforms are designed to make it easier for businesses to operate, encouraging both domestic and foreign investment. Key challenges and opportunities. Despite these improvements, challenges such as bureaucratic hurdles, corruption, and infrastructure gaps remain. However, Vietnam presents numerous opportunities, particularly in the digital economy, green growth, and deeper integration into global supply chains. By leveraging these opportunities, Vietnam can continue to attract investment and drive economic growth. Digital economy and innovation. Growth of e-commerce and digital payments. Vietnam's digital economy is booming, with e-commerce growing at an impressive 18% CAGR and projected to reach $35 billion by 2025. The rise of digital payments is supported by government initiatives towards a cashless society, fostering convenience and security in financial transactions. Government initiatives and support. The National Digital Transformation Program aims to bolster the digital economy by 2030, with supportive policies including tax incentives and funding for tech startups. These initiatives are designed to create a conducive environment for innovation and digital growth. Role of startups and tech ecosystem. Vietnam's startup ecosystem is vibrant, with tech hubs in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City leading the charge. Innovations in fintech, e-commerce, edtech, and health tech are thriving, supported by increasing venture capital interest and government grants. This dynamic tech landscape positions Vietnam as a key player in the global digital economy. Infrastructure and development projects. Transportation and logistics. Vietnam is undertaking major infrastructure projects to improve transportation and logistics, essential for economic development. Key projects include the North-South Expressway and Long Thanh International Airport. Urban transport systems, including metro projects in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, are progressing, aiming to ease congestion and improve urban mobility. Energy and utilities. Renewable energy projects, particularly in solar and wind, are gaining traction, supported by government incentives. Upgrades to the power grid and the development of LNG import terminals are enhancing energy infrastructure, ensuring reliable and sustainable energy supply. Major infrastructure projects. Significant projects in ports, highways, and industrial zones are improving connectivity and attracting investment, fueling economic growth. These developments are critical for supporting Vietnam's rapid urbanization and economic expansion. Environmental and social issues. Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. Vietnam is committed to the Sustainable Development Goals, with a national action plan for 2030 focusing on key areas such as poverty reduction, education, and healthcare. While significant progress has been made, challenges remain in achieving these ambitious goals, requiring continued efforts and innovative solutions. Climate change impact and policies. Vietnam faces vulnerabilities such as coastal erosion and extreme weather events, posing significant risks. Adaptation strategies include developing climate-resilient infrastructure and promoting sustainable agriculture practices, essential for mitigating these impacts and ensuring long-term sustainability. Social equity and inclusive growth. Efforts to reduce poverty include social welfare programs and rural development initiatives aimed at improving living standards and economic opportunities. Inclusive policies support ethnic minorities and promote gender equality, fostering social equity and ensuring that economic growth benefits all segments of society. Future outlook. Economic forecasts and projections. Vietnam's GDP is projected to grow by 6.5 to 7% annually over the next 5 years, driven by strong exports, robust domestic consumption, and continued foreign direct investment. This optimistic outlook underscores Vietnam's potential for sustained economic growth. Potential risks and uncertainties. However, potential risks such as global economic volatility, trade tensions, and supply chain disruptions pose challenges. Domestically, infrastructure bottlenecks and labor market mismatches need to be addressed to maintain growth momentum. Strategic directions and policy recommendations. Enhancing competitiveness through innovation and digital transformation is crucial for Vietnam's future. Sustainable and inclusive growth strategies focusing on green growth and social equity will ensure long-term prosperity. Strengthening economic resilience involves diversifying markets and improving governance, preparing Vietnam to navigate future uncertainties and capitalize on emerging opportunities. At this point, I invite your questions and look forward to a lively discussion. Addressing your concerns and providing additional insights is my priority. Let's explore any areas you are curious about or need more information on. In conclusion, Vietnam boasts strong economic fundamentals and immense potential, despite the challenges that lie ahead. The country's strategic location, young workforce, and dynamic market offer significant opportunities for growth and development. Thank you all for your attention. I hope this presentation has provided you with valuable insights into Vietnam's macroeconomic environment and its future prospects. I look forward to further discussions and exploring more about this incredible country together. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of your tour in Vietnam.